Alright guys, I got a chicken, I got Jockey Steve. I'm going to go ahead and complete Jockey Steve's lower body. I'm going to cut off his legs and then add his legs coming out sideways off the chicken so they'll come down at an angle and be hinged at the knee. So I'm going to go ahead and work on that. Here we go. I'm going to cut off his legs. So I'm going to come down here to body, and I'm going to sketch on this plane. I'll capture position. I don't want to move it. I'm going to put a line on there that I'm going to use to split his body. Looking here, turn on that canvas as a reference a little bit underneath. So I'll go a little bit above his pants lines. I want to cheat that up. So I'm going to cut him off there. And I'll hit finish sketch. I'm then going to split body. That's my body. This is my splitting line. You can see what it's going to do. If I drop down here and look at the bodies right now, I have one body. When I hit OK, it's going to give me two bodies. I'm going to go ahead and delete that, hit remove, and you can see I just got rid of his legs. I'm now going to come back up to the top level, and I'm going to add legs on that are at a different position. I'm going to move his arms up out of the way. So I'm going to right click and hit new component. I'm going to call it leg. I'm going to do one leg and then I'll just mirror it over. Okay. I want it coming down, not at a 45-degree angle, but a little bit above that. In order to extrude something off at an angle, I'm going to add a construction plane. I'm going to come here and do a plane at an angle. Again, I'll capture position. I'm going to go ahead and choose this line as what I'm doing. I'm going to rotate it up. That would be straight out. I'm going to come down here, about 30 degrees past that. So what this is doing is, that being 120, it's 30 degrees from here to here. So I'm going to come off at that angle. I'm going to go ahead and hit OK. And then I'm going to sketch on this new plane. I'm going to project that line, which is the existing corner, so I can snap to it. I'm going to project that line there. Okay, now it's going to let me snap to it, so I'm going to go from there to there. I'm going to come down whatever I view as comfortable. I'm going to extrude that now, and I'm going to go 2.5 inches for me. And please note that I have taken a look at it. The legs are a little long, but there's a rationale. I'm going to go ahead and add a foot to that now. I'm going to come over here and add on, snap to that, come down a little bit, whatever I deem looking clean. I'm now going to extrude that up a bit. And again, I'm just going by sight on this. I'm going to go ahead and extrude that back. I want the back of that, so rather than going a distance and fight with it, I'm just going to go to object and select that plane, and that's going on as a join. So I've just added it. Now I'm going to go ahead and hinge it. Okay, so the leg's going to turn into two components here in a little bit, and then I'll reflect that over. In order to hinge that, I'm going to want to divide this into three. I'm going to do the same bridle joint that I did up here on the elbow. So I'm going to work inside of this. I'm going to go ahead and open this up like that. I'm going to sketch right on the face here. If I take a look at that, that right there is 1 inch. So I'm going to do 1/3 of inches. I'm going to do 3 vertical lines. So I'm going to go a line from there. Hit OK. I'm going to do another line. Okay, then I'm going to dimension it exactly 1/3 of an inch. So I tap my dimension. Now I'm going to come from there to there. And I want that to be 1/3. And from there to there, I want to be 1/3. I'm going to hit OK. Now I'm going to split body. So I'm going to split it into thirds. So I'll use the split body command. That's the body I'm going to use. The splitting tools. I want this line and this line. Okay. Now I'm going to split the body using this side here. I'm going to put a couple circles on and some lines. So I'm going to do a sketch on this side. I'm going to create a line here that represents about where I want the knee joint to be. I'm going to make sure that I'm a 90-degree angle. I'm going to put a circle right in the middle of that. So I slide along, a little triangle pops up. I'm going to make that 1.25. Enter. I'm going to put another circle that goes out and touches that. I'm going to add a couple more lines that are parallel, and then also tangent to that circle. All right, I'm going to go ahead now and hit Finish Sketch. I will, let's see, I can go ahead and extrude this and this through as a cut. That's going to be the joint. I'll turn that sketch back on, and now I might edit that sketch, and, oh no, I'm not going to edit that sketch. Alright, so this is going to get split up in the body. So I'm going to split this body, and this body. And now I'm going to split it with this line, and this line. I'm going to hit OK. Now I'm going to split the body again with that circle. So I'm literally going to choose every body. Alright, that's all the bodies. The splitting tool will be that circle. And I'm going to hit it. So now I have a bunch of bodies. Alright, I have my bunch of bodies. Apologize for the truncation there in the screencast, but I made a little mistake down the road and had to go back. Okay, so now I'm going to combine bodies into upper and lower leg, and I'm going to leave out a couple pieces. So I'm going to start by keeping a top bridle and a bottom part that goes in there. So I'm going to get rid of everything in the lower body. I would watch this whole thing before I do it. I'm going to just turn off the vision on the lower stuff, and then I'll clean it up and make it look decent. I want to get rid of that middle here. Oops, I'm going to turn that off and turn that off. Come back up here, keeping that, losing that. Go here to this view, which will make it a little bit easier to see more. And I'm going to go through selecting. I'll pause and just go ahead and do my selections. Alright, so I went through there and I selected everything I wanted to make up that and left it on. I'm going to go ahead and come down here to sketches and turn that sketch off. So what I want to do now is I want to combine all the visible bodies. So I'm just going to come over here in my browser and select everything that has an eyeball turned on. And I'm going to hit OK. That's now body 1. Body 1, I'm going to rename it as upper. And now I'm going to do the same thing so I'm going to turn that off. And I'm going to turn all the bottom on and select what I want for that. And I'm going to look here and let's see. I want to get rid of this one. I don't want body 15 on there. I want to get rid of body 14, it looks like. And I'd like to get rid of that up there, which is body 19. Alright, so now I'm going to combine everything that I have visible there. Hit OK. And that will be renamed to lower. I'm going to go ahead and type lower. And now I'm going to create components from this. So I'm going to right click on upper and go to create component. So now it's a component. I'm going to right click to lower and create component, and then I'm going to go back up into the top view of it. Alright, so right now this will move. I'm going to move it over there, then hit Control Z. I'm going to do an as-built joint, which is rigid between that and that. I'm going to hit OK. I'll go ahead and pull this out now, and I'm going to do a joint. This is going to be revolute in nature, and I'm going to join carefully this circle, and let's see, I'll go the opposite edge here and that circle and hit OK and see what that does. So now this won't move, but this will. So that's going to hang off the chicken and be able to dangle as it goes up and down and do that. Alright, so now at this point I'm going to go ahead and create, let's see, I'm at the top level, so I'm going to mirror capture position. I'm going to do components. I'm going to select this one and this one. For that, I'll go about that. I'm going to go ahead and go OK. That moves, so Control Z, and then do that as an as-built. Assemble as-built rigid. Click on that, hit OK. This is free to move, so I'm going to go ahead and do a revolute joint for that one. So this one will be revolute, and I'm going to select this circle on this side, and then I come around and select that circle right there. Hit OK. Alright, so now I'm going to add to it here real quick. I want to basically fill this in. That's obviously kind of, I think it looks better if I were to fill this in. So I'll do that as part of the body. I'm going to go ahead and sketch in on this plane. I'm going to project this line and this line, and then I'll just come over here, drop down to there, keep coming over, and right there. Finish that sketch. I'll extrude this through the opposite way. I just want it to be the same thickness, so rather than messing with distance, I'm just going to go to an object and choose this plane. Hit OK. It went in as there a join, and now I'm in business. So this is one solid piece. I'm going to go ahead and go back up to the final level, and now this jingle jangles here, this jingle jangles. What on earth? Yeah. So that looks like it's going to work, and that's going to work. I'm going to save it. Okay. And now come over here to my chicken jockey, and come over to here, and I'm going to place final jockey in there. I'm going to right click. Crazy, and I'm done. I'm going to right click and insert this into the current design. I'll move this up a bit and come around behind here and take a peek at it. Oh my gosh. I'm going to have to move it up and then over a little bit. I don't know if that looks right. I don't want to scale Steve, but I could certainly scale the chicken down because that's all one piece. But at this point, I'll pick up one more quick video and be done. Alright, how are we doing? Should I make the chicken a little smaller and seat this down on, or just bring them down on and cut a little groove? What looks better? Cut a little groove, so just bring Steve down? Yeah. Alright. Okay, let me